Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm JR, your host, and this is Foreign'les, episode 9.5. What the fuck, America? If you haven't liked, subscribed yet, please do so. Okay, dokie, bye. Good morning and good evening, ladies and gentlemen, depending on where you're watching from. As you guys know, I'm JR, your host of Foreign'les. From departure to discovery and what's next. Now, this is a little bit the journey of my weekend. I had a long weekend, and Thursday, before I head out, I left directly from work, and we are busy collecting pine resin for some survival things that I'm busy with, and the knife I was using didn't have a safety clip, and just shows you that if you are a prone accident bird like myself, rather get yourself a nice safety clip. Like call it a baby safe, you know. Kinda got that blade stuck in my finger. And yeah, it looks small, but it's pretty deep. We've been taking care of it, actually closing it up with some stitch bandages and stuff like that. But wow. Wow, what a weekend. The Springboks, they won New Zealand 43-10. As far as I know, it's one of the best scores we've ever had against them. I guess they just had a really bad game, but yet again, I looked at the comments. I wasn't able to watch the game, but I did watch highlights. And I mean, man, was that just not rugby for you, huh? That was just top of the log. That is why we are first in the world and we are number one, you know? Although we lost against them. Look at that score. We came back, you know? As I say in episode 8, African Pride. We get knocked down, but we get up again. And they're never gonna get us down, you know? It's the process of success is losing a few times, you know? Without failure, there's no success. People that have struggled a lot and failed a lot know a lot because they hopefully learn out of their failures, you know. I know I try my best. I'm not perfect to it, but we have a saying in Afrikaans, probeer is die beste geweer. It's like meaning to try is the best weapon you've got. I've said you would rather try something than not do it at all. But yeah, I mean, why am I here? I'm actually ready to leave back to South Carolina. The weekend was pretty lovely. We were we were planning on being here together, me and she came up with a stomach bug, and we didn't want her to be driving 6 hours with an upset stomach, you know. So she stayed behind, cleared out the room, got some more space so that while I could pack another load of stuff in the pickup. Yes, now that I have a pickup, a Nissan Frontier. I'm in collaboration with the guy I bought it from. He's recently started his own dealership, so I would like to advertise for him eventually. So I'm very happy about the buy. Truck's been trading well. I get about 400 plus miles on the tank. It's 18 gallons, 2.5, 4-cylinder. It's not bad. It was a work truck, so I can't really expect anything else. But perfect of what we need it for, you know. But we came to Virginia to do some final touches before we get our renters in October. So yeah, that's also a new thing I'm going into, not just a plantation assistant plantation manager, landowner, and landlord right now. I mean, it's not bad, not bad. But I mean, I've worked hard for this. I've um, I've realized what it was going to take to make it. So if you don't know where that saying comes in, pop into episode 7 that I had with Dylan. We talk about a few things, what you need, what it takes to make it in here and in here, and as a person, you might find something that you actually can connect to, might help you get out of that comfort zone. But why are we really here? I don't want to make it sound like I'm bitching about America, because I'm not. But, and I know when everybody uses a but, it's just wow, wow, wow. But you know what? The social media this last few days is just blowing up with this Charlie Kirk business, and my condolences to his family and friends, especially to his family, his wife and his 2 kids, and his. I'm not sure what was his relationship with his parents, but I can only say from my own experience, from my grandma, how it hurt her when she lost her daughter at a very unfortunate age. She was still, my mom was very young when she left us, but I just looked at my grandma and I can imagine how bad it must be for a parent to lose a child. And my condolences to everybody that is suffering. And it's strange because I never met Charlie Kirk. I watched him a lot on social media, and I kind of learned so much from him. And I don't even know the guy, but my heart's just hurting. My heart is hurting for his family and for his friends and for the people that looked up to him, me included. I'm like, and it's just weird. Like I didn't even know the guy. But I don't think he deserved it. You know what's funny? When I close my eyes, there's only a handful of people that see is America. That just America. Charlie Kirk was one of them. Trump was the other. A good old friend, Shane, when I look at him, I just see America. He's just such an American man. But, you know, he's very young. He has his whole life ahead of him. And I mean, just look at Charlie, same thing. He's in his 30s, 31, I think, my age. And he got shot. For what? For what? For speaking freely? Wanting what? Um, Communication? And I mean, now everybody's trying to cover up and say, oh, this guy, this person that shot Charlie is this and that, and trying to cover up what shitty people they actually are. Who celebrates to death? So now my question is, if it was someone else and not Charlie, let's say, because I know it's a left-right situation. If it was someone in the left, how I can't imagine how it would have gone, because I can only see what has been. I mean, America, really, is this the image that you guys want to show the world? And I'm not talking to the right necessarily, because they don't burn shit, they don't kill people. Well, I say that, and I don't know really, but no one, when there's strikes and when there's people getting hurt and when the the leftist people are just seem to always be around. I don't know if you guys are just that many that you just get the bad image. I don't know. It's all I see is when there's shit going down, they are there. And it's sad. You know? I'm blessed today and I'm very like I look at this drama and I look at this incident and I'm like, you know what? I'm very happy where I am today. I'm very blessed to be able to have gone on a hike 2 days on when was it? Thursday, Friday. I took a hike around the property a little bit to the water stream and just appreciated the moment because although I didn't know Charlie, I know it was sudden. I saw the footage and I'm not a professional when it comes to those things, but even someone like myself knew it was over before anything else. And never in my life, never in my life. You know, when we grew up, we know about the assassination that happened to JFK. We know about Abraham Lincoln. And then when you go dive into it, you look at the similarities of the two killers and stuff like that. And you can probably look at the same kind of vibe with the two new that tried to assassinate Trump too. And I mean, all he wants is a better America. That's what I see. That's what I hear. I can't say much. I'm not from here, and I don't do the politic talk. But let me tell you one thing: it's strange why the people that are getting shot and killed are only from one side. And I never thought I would witness two assassination attempts, one that is successful. I mean, Charlie Kirk was a huge speaker for, as I said. I close my eyes, I see four people could have been on the new, it's the new mountain sculpture that you guys have somewhere in America, four presidents. I see Charlie Kirk, I see Trump, and I see, for some reason I see Shane, but Gillis, but I think, but I see Theo Von too. Like, okay, those two are more on the comedian side of everything, but JD Vance, I can totally see him cut out as an American. You know, it's just unfortunate. It's really unfortunate that I've never thought that I would witness two attempts and one successful attempt assassination. There's people out there that are killing Christians, and there's people out there that are raging war. There are people that say, kill the farmer, kill the boer, and people that are trying to make a country better is the people that get shot. I don't get it. I don't. And it kind of upsets me that when I grew up, I never thought the comparisons of the killer, and it's kind of strange that it is so close to coincidence. And then you look at now what happened to Trump a year ago, and then almost a year later, Charlie Kirk's dead. I saw the footage. There was no surviving that. I mean, I look at this and I'm just grateful to be around. Confused. Why why do you guys call it land of free speech if it's everything but free speech? Why does it end up in death? Why does it end up like this? I don't understand it though. I probably won't. I try ask a bunch of Americans and everybody pretty much sounds the same. But to celebrate and said he deserved it and those things, that's fucked up. That's real fucked up. I don't. I think even with in my for my enemy, I would show a little bit more respect than than a bunch of he she's celebrating a point that was just part of an argument. No one forced you, and no one said. We just said some stuff doesn't make sense, and now for that people must die. Stuff that was never a thing around 20, 30 years ago, and now people are getting killed for it. Does that make it right? I don't think so. I don't think when you take away a father and a husband, I don't think it is fair. It's not like Charlie Kirk was a bad person causing death and harm to people like other cultures and other people that have it worse. Like, can't you guys just be thankful for having a safe country? Well, a safer country. Can't really say it's safe. I just look at that North Carolina killing on the train station, on the train, and I'm like, isn't there something more as the devil incarnate? What he did to that poor young girl, you could see in her face like she has no idea what just happened. And when she realized it was too late, everybody stood there and done nothing. Where's our humanity? I'm saying our because regardless if I'm from South Africa or fucking Uruguay or where the fuck I come from, we are still people. We still have a soul. We still have a humanity. But you want to tell me you are gonna sit there and watch a young girl bleed out to death? A whole train full of people just sat there, done nothing, scared of one guy with a knife. I don't want to put a target on my back, but people like that shouldn't have the ability to breathe. I hope what I hope he gets what comes to him wherever he's going in North Carolina prisons. So if some of you South Africans might not know, there's this guy, he's a black gentleman. He's been locked up 16, 17 times before for all kinds of crimes. So they let him out, and there's footage of him sitting behind a refugee girl that ran for safety to come start her new life. She's a beautiful young girl. She has a whole life ahead of her. He just stood up behind her, stabbed her 3 times in the neck, and he walked off like nothing was wrong. And people just stood there while she was bleeding to death. That's in the state right next door, North Carolina. How do you explain that? Like, what has become like when I grew up, people were used to be more proud. I guess that's why I have African pride. Because not even in your sports, people are prideful. You lose one match and it's the end of the world. Wow, 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 you're the worst. F you. I mean, there's no standing up for what's right. There's no backing your team even if they lose. There's no. It's just your way or the highway. I'm like, but on a better note. Hey, all you Americans that want to travel, reach out to Marika at Firefly African Safaris. Use the code number 4 RNLS25 for a discount code. Real 4x4 Adventures, Real Africa, Firefly African Safaris. Enjoy. Yesterday I went to an engagement party of my good old buddy or ex-worker friend of mine. My boy's getting married too next year in April. It's one of my good American friends. You know that in those memes of a coworker that you kind of miss working with him. He's that guy. He's a real good guy, and Jess is such a good person, and I'm so happy for them. And then, of course, my boy in South Africa getting married. I'm his best man, and he's here, so I'm super excited for November. November's coming up, so if anyone is keen on meeting up with me for an episode so we can bust open season 2 next year, wide open with a duo, please, I want to know your departure to Discovery and what's next. So yeah, guys, if you haven't followed me yet, please shoot a follow and a comment there. I'd like to give you guys a shout out. And if you have an idea, okay, well, I do have an idea. I can say that out loud now, that it's social media probably that is desensitizing people. But leave a comment for someone out there that still needs to know about, well, that still needs some humanity, The more people out there knowing that, oh, we are there, we are not alone. The more people that have that little bit of soul, please leave a comment down below. Doesn't matter what, even if it's just a purple heart. I know that you guys were there and feel the same way. Kind of bit disgusted, kind of bit sad, and kind of bit of a angry feel to it. But it's more disappointing than anything else. Like, I grew up knowing America is a stand-up place. Safe place. Yes, like any other place in the world, it has its little problems. But this is not a little problem. You guys are killing each other, your own people. Left against right, west against east, west coast, east coast, south coast. Everybody's such in a war. People from North Carolina, they don't like the people from South Carolina. And they're right next door. I'm on the border from Virginia and North Carolina, and I can't really complain. Everybody seems very kind up here. But the moment I leave South Carolina, leave here and I go to South Carolina, everybody's just back to their old grumpy ways. And I hear from the South Carolinians, yeah, it's usually the people that move from a different state here that, rah, 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 rah. Why don't you stop cuckooing and live your life and let everybody else also get a chance to live their lives? I mean, land of free speech, my ass. If I want to say what I want to say, I'll probably get banned and blocked, and my social medias get taken off, and things like that. But you can't. How long does this need to continue before people realize how sick and how disturbing society has become? People are celebrating about it, People should, you people that, yes, and I say you people, so cry about it. You people that celebrate the death of Charlie Kirk. And I saw some comments where they say that girl deserved it. What did she do to you? What did she didn't want that shit that happened to her in her country. Where else was she able to say, I don't want to be part of it, I want to start a new life? America grants you that opportunity when you're a good person. They don't let you just in because you want in. They are the most thorough on background checks. Let me tell you, I've been through it with my job, and I've been through it myself with my immigration, and they are thorough to the bone. When's the last time you sat on your left cheek and took a shit? This and this, that and that. Your great grandmother, did she have cancer? Those things. Did your mom have bipolar? Did your father have this? Your mother this? You this? 10 years back, what did you do this? Like, I can't even remember what I ate for breakfast 3 days ago. Now you want me to remember 10 years ago. So I just hope people get what they give out to the world. Karma. Karma and Murphy needs to make their rounds to these people. I'm all for the death penalty, you know? But I'm also all up for the family and has to decide how this person must die, you know? I know this was a little bit dormant. It's just I'm inside a bit hurt. I'm sad. And it's strange. I don't know why exactly. But yeah, I mean, I can't really complain. I with a new job. I know I haven't said much about the new job, but I prefer not to. Everybody can just know I'm very happy. I'm happy where I am right now. And I've waited so long. So long I've waited to have this job title. Assistant plantation manager. I get nice benefits. Mm. But hey guys, I need to hit the road. I need to finish up, get last few things packed. I'll stay in tune with everybody about the 2 episodes that will be launching. This episode is especially for the people that have lost someone in some brutal manner. I don't have names, it's just for everybody out there. It's just we need to be better than what we are right now. That's all I know. And I hope everybody out there agrees. So leave a comment down below, and I'll see you guys on the next episode. Okay, dokie, bye. And this is Foreign'les, episode 9.5. What the fuck, America? If you haven't liked, subscribed yet, please do so. Okay, dokie, bye.